everybody. It's Karen Coffey, and I'm so glad you're here today because I am talking with David. David, what market are you in?
I'm in Savannah, Georgia.
Beautiful. That is a beautiful area. And I just want to talk to people today. And you just came up as one of those agents that, maybe before you came in, you had some trepidation. I don't know. We haven't really talked about it. But how was your business and how were you feeling before you came into making agents wealthy?
Well, I've been a Commissions Inc. customer for several years, and I
Mhm.
had tried about 6 or 8 coaches before, but all they did primarily is, talk about phone calls. Have you made your phone calls? Report to me your phone calls 30 ways, 3 times a week. And I said, well, I won't be selling houses. You're putting so much burden on that. None of those coaches lasted more than 2 months
Oh,
because
wow.
they weren't telling me anything I didn't know,
Yeah.
because I wanted tools and techniques to stand out from the other agents.
Yeah.
And then I got invited to your seminar at Commissions Inc. And I couldn't get off that call and contact you and sign up. I mean, it was no no stopping to think about it, sleeping on it. What I heard is what I needed.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I got when I got in making agents wealthy. And
Wow.
I just committed to it. I said, well, whether it sounds right or not, I'm going to try everything you say to the
Yeah.
best of my ability. And almost everything just worked out wonderfully. And it
Wow.
was so refreshing to
Half?
learn how to market, how to talk to people, how
Yeah.
to make sales instead of how to report several
Phone call.
hours of phone calls a day in 30 different ways to some coach that's all
Yeah.
he knew.
Yeah. A lot of people ask us, David, they say, what are you going to ask us to do? Well, phone calls is not, I'm one of them. It's just like, well, I've done all these other coaching programs and they've been burned by other
Yeah.
coaching programs. Like you
Yeah,
said,
exactly.
it lasted 2 months and then you're like, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
So you found something different. You've been with us for about a year and a half, 2 years. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah. So you're a pretty successful guy. Your business, like you said, you didn't like to work alone. You like a team, you like the accountability. But I guess a couple months ago we did a 30-day challenge. We did an all-in 30-day challenge. Can you
Yes.
talk a little bit about the result of that? Where were you before the challenge and where were you after?
Well, our market died in
Mhm.
November, just
Yeah.
fell off a cliff, gone. So
Yep.
we were doing nothing. We had no listings, we had
Yep.
no contracts. And I went into the 30-day challenge and I got my whole team motivated and pushing. And we said, listen, we got to be all in because nothing else is working.
Yeah.
And in the first month, we had 9 under contract and 7 listings from
Yeah.
nothing before that. And that was in February. So it's not
Wow.
exactly the best time of year to be selling homes, but that was in February.
Yeah.
And then we started closing them in March, and we've still been doing the same since. It
Yeah.
is really taking off.
It's just amazing because a lot of agents are really struggling. Like they're scared. They're scared. The market's shifting. What am I got to do? Honest to goodness, the things that we teach, which is nothing crazy, is just the pivot. You've got to pivot. You've got to know what to do in this
Yeah,
market or the old stuff isn't going to work, right?
exactly. Exactly. The old stuff wasn't working. We needed new ideas. And your program just had so many new ideas that none of these other coaches had. Some of them, were talking about, one guy was talking about how he made millions and millions of dollars 30 years ago. Well, all he was talking about is a guarantee that we would sell your home or I'll buy it. And he said in 30 years, he's only bought one home. And that people just don't believe that anymore because they
Yeah.
know, okay, you list it for $400,000, but if you don't sell it in the 30 days you said, you're going to come back and offer them half of that. And I said, well, I did offer
Exactly.
to buy it, and that's just,
Exactly.
I don't market that way. I tell
Yeah.
what I'm really going to do.
And all this other stuff like cold calling and door knocking, that's been going on since 1907, over 100 years. I think it's time we
Yeah.
change some, and just
Yes. Mhm.
so I just wanted everybody to hear what you've been doing, the changes that have been happening. And guys, if you want to learn more, just click the button below and let us know what we can do to help you, because we want you to have the same results as David.
Yeah.
Bye.
One
Thanks.
final statistic.
Yeah.
Just since February, we've put almost 4 million in sales under contract, and closed most of those already. But
Wow.
that's just since February. So what's this, April?
April. You haven't
Yeah.
even hit the market yet. I mean, you're in it actually,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
for spring market. And
Yes.
that is a stopped market, a market that's dead, a market that hasn't hit spring yet.
Right.
Way to go. Way to
Well,
lean in
thank you.
and actually do it.
Yes.
I love
Well,
it.
that's my advice to anybody that joins your coaching is don't question it, just do it. By the time you get through questioning it, you'll see it work. Instead of wasting time, why should I do that or whatever? Just be all in.
Absolutely. Gosh, thanks, David. And guys,
Thank
like I
you
said,
so much.
learn more. All right.
All
Take
right.
care.